Hello everyone. In this class, we are going to be getting to understand on using Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop to create an ultimate and simple branding experience for a dummy company by the name of Azure. And in this course, we are going to gain an understanding on creating a simple company logo. We are also going to gain an understanding on creating a simple business ad for a company or any business. We are also going to understand on how to create banners, postcards, and a few creative designs for companies and businesses. This course is aimed at taking you from lower levels of design to a simple advanced level in graphic design. Our design principles are going to be simple, friendly, and easy. We will create shapes, convert text to outlines, clip masks, create our own shapes, and most so we will save our files and export them. For this course, you will need a simple understanding on Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. It is going to be an interactive and exciting learning experience where we are going to share ideas and come up with creative designs that improve your skills and sharpen you as a beginner, intermediate, or professional graphic designer. We hope to see you in the class as we understand more on intermediate design in Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. Thank you.
Hello guys, welcome to the future. 1800 transitions in 70 visual styles, 3500 presets, over 50 looks, 100 movie looks, exclusive sounds. You'll have everything you need. Just drag and drop, easy, ready. Especially for you, we have developed several revolutionary systems. No one else has this feature. You will no longer need to use several versions of one.
Hello there, and welcome to this course on some basics of Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. So in this course, we're going to be understanding more on how we use Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator when you're trying to do some artwork. So at the moment, you're going to be using a very simple project file and very simple exercise files. So on the exercise files, you need to extract a folder or a zip file by the name of Azure exercise files. So in these exercise files, you're going to find a full documentation on a dummy company that we created to explain in this course. And you need to find, the moment you open the folder, you can just directly go to our document by the name of Azure Company Details. And then you need to click on the document. That is if you have Word on your computer and or any kind of document opening software on your computer. So maybe you need to open the document. And this course is all about understanding graphic design using Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop. So we have a company, a dummy company by the name of Azure. So Azure is a very basic company that we've created. The nature of the business is it deals in mobile phones, smartphone accessories, electrical appliances, computers, laptops, televisions, computer accessories, cameras, and all sorts of appliances for home and commercial use. So this is just a company that we've created to explain more on this course. So it's just a very basic thing on getting started so that you can work on what you're going to be doing. So what is needed for the company is a very simple company logo. So the company needs a simply done logo that communicates and envisions what the company does in terms of nature of its business. We need an articulate, simple logo that can easily be branded on all our items, equipment, and documentation. So we need to create a very simple company logo for the company, and we're going to be going through that immediately. And the second thing that you're going to be doing is simple product posters or e-posters. So the company needs, we need simple product posters for the following classes of the products that we are selling. So they need posters on cameras and camcorders, such as Nikon and Canon cameras. We need smartphone ads. You're going to use the iPhone brand. Laptops and computers, they're selling Dell and iMac computers. So headphones, they have Sony headphones, and they also have aerial imaging equipment, that is drones. So we also need a web banner. So we're going to create a web banner for the company. So as we go on in the course, so it's something very easy. They're going to be using it for their branding purposes, maybe on Facebook, on Instagram, and the various social media platforms that they have. So the other thing that we're going to be creating for the company is a poster with the prices of 5 items. So the company maybe wants ads on Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus. It's a 5G phone, and the cost of the phone is around $800. The next thing we're going to be creating is a Nikon D700DX format digital SLR body camera, and its cost is actually $996.95. They were going to create an ad for a Samsung QLED flat 32-inch smart TV. Its cost is close to $450, and we're going to create a simple poster with the price of a Dell XPS desktop, that is 21 version, close to $1,500. And then we're going to be creating the last item that we're going to have with a price list is a Tozo TX True Wireless earbuds, Bluetooth headphones, touch control with wireless charging case, blah blah blah. And the cost of the item is $36, close to that. And then last but not least, we're going to have a brochure. So the brochure is just going to be detailed. Number 1, smartphones. Number 2, cameras. Number 3, television sets. And number 4, drones. So we're going to also create a postcard, and we need a simple illustration, a postcard with images of some of our products such as LG television sets, Nikon, Canon, and other camera brands. So we also need a postcard on smartphones. And the last thing we're going to have is we need a postcard on iPhones. So the company contact details are as below. And so directly we're going to go to our folder, and we're going to be explaining more on what we have. So in branding a company, this is where we're going to have everything that we're going to be working on. And then on this one, we have the various items that we have. Remember, you're creating a poster with just a simple ad poster with the prices of 5 items. So we have like a 21 Dell XPS desktop. So we're going to be trying to open the image. So we can open the images and see what we have. We can go through them. And as you can see, we have very nice images on the same products. So we're going to be creating the image. And actually, when you try and navigate through, you can see that you have the details of the Dell desktop computer. We're going to be inputting them in what we're going to be having. So the next thing we're going to be showing you is the various other images that we're going to be having. So we have the various images on a Nikon D7500 camera. We have a Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus, that's a phone. So we still have images on that, and we're going to be and we have the details on the same thing. So we're going to go back to our folder, and you still have more product poster images on like we have a MacBook, an Apple iPhone X. So these are the various images that we're going to be using all through the design. So these are just some simple illustrations so that you can understand. So when you see through the course, we're going to be referring to these folders most of the times, and we're going to also refer to this Word document so that you can understand more on how we're going to create a very nice branding experience for the company. So directly we're going to be using Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. So make sure you have these installed on your computer, Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop. We're going to be using Adobe Illustrator most of the time for our creations. So kindly follow us in the course. And maybe something worth mentioning is that maybe when you create something, you can also try and recreate it, and you can also directly send it to us on our comment section, or you can also send the same on our email address. So the course is going to be very swift, short, and easy for you to understand. So let's get started, and thank you. See you in the first class. Welcome to your first class in we are now trying to create a brandable experience for your company by the name of Azure. So for the first thing you're going to be doing is that you're going to be trying to create a logo. So when you're trying to create a new file on Adobe Illustrator, you always need to go to File and New. The shortcut for that is always Control and N on Windows, on Command and N on Mac. So we're going to create a very simple logo. We're going to give it a size of 700 pixels by 700 pixels. And we're just going to create a very simple logo, not very complicated. It's something that you can really understand and something that you can use. So we're going to create like a very simple icon. We're going to create 2 logo samples so that you can choose from. But before you do that, you're going to choose a few colors that you're going to be using. When you open your Adobe Illustrator interface, you need to have like such a very nice interface. So what you need to do is come to Window, Extensions, Workspace, then you need to click on Typography. So currently we're using the workspace on typography. Maybe what we're going to do is we're going to type the name of the company. It's Azure. So normally in Adobe Illustrator, just a brief introduction. However much maybe you're not conversant with this, we're going to give you a brief introduction on it. So basically this is where you're going to be having your work. But outside this is where you can also do some simple like working area. And this allows you to do any kind of edit that you want, and then you bring your refined work to this part. So what you're going to do, we're going to type the name of the company. So the name of the company is Azure. So you're going to have it in different formats. When you want to copy something, you can just do Control and copy, and you need to Control and V. So you can also paste that. For the shortcuts, you can see them on your computer. On the desktop, anytime you use a shortcut, you're going to be seeing that. So we can have it Azure. We can just change this to Azure, as simple as that. Maybe you want to zoom in Adobe Illustrator easily. You need to hold Alt on your computer, and you just need to zoom in as easy as that. So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to click on that. You're going to drag it again, and you're going to change this to caps. Maybe you can just type it Azure in caps. At the same time, you can also do something very easy. You need to drag this at this part. We can just come to type, and we come to change case, and then you give it an uppercase. Maybe you're seeing me dragging and like duplicating something as easy as that. What you need to do is hold on Alt on your keyboard or your options, and just need to drag what you're trying to do. You can practice this easily, and it's something very convenient that you can do. So we're going to select corporate colors that you're going to be using. We're going to come to our shape. Sorry, we're going to come to our shape. This one is a rectangle tool. We select that. We draw something like that. We're going to duplicate this. We can come and duplicate. We just need to move it in such a manner so that you can have the various colors that you're going to be using. So we're going to select as easy as that. We come and click on this one. So we come and double click on our color picker. And then we're going to come and select the colors that you maybe prefer. Like we look at them and we kind of like them. So maybe you can just come around. You can click on this one. You can have that one. Then we can click on this one. You can have a very nice shade of red, perhaps. You can have it in that kind of format. You can click again. You can come and select a different color. So we're going to come and look for something like a bit bluish. So you select that color, and then you're going to have like a tertiary color that you're going to be using. We can have it in form of a yellowish something like that. So we have these three different colors that you're going to be using for the whole design process. So we're going to take the small caps, and then you're going to drag it here. You're going to expand it. Expanding, you can hold. What you need to do is you can hold Shift and Alt on your computer, and you can easily transform your text. You can easily move it in this kind of manner. Actually, the best thing about Adobe Illustrator is that however much you zoom in on an object, it doesn't lose its quality because it doesn't pixelate. But on Photoshop, it kind of just does some pixelation. So the first thing we're going to do is that you're going to have now we're trying to create our logo. So we're going to change the font. So for this case, we're going to be using a very nice, unique kind of font. We're going to be using a font by the name of Aristo. So Aristo, we're going to search for that font, and we're going to click on that. Don't worry, the font is attached on the exercise files on fonts. You can use it as easy as that. Then you're going to click on this one. Maybe you want to convert this into a shape or an outline. You just need to right click on it. You need to say create outlines. So you have it in that kind of a format, and then you can pick any color that we prefer. And maybe we can change the color of the U to kind of a very nice color. And we're going to add like a shape or something so that just to spice our logo up. We're going to do this. We're going to add that kind of a shape, and we're going to give it like a color in red, and we're going to do something as easy as that. We duplicate the other, so you can always drag Alt and drag the object that you're going to be using, and you can do something like that. You can move it around as easy as you prefer. We can come and pick like a different color. You can pick that one, but you can have two like circles that try and depict something of a branding experience. So we just come and highlight that. We call copy, and then we're going to paste it around here. So we can have this as our first sample. We're just doing something very simple so that you can understand where we're going. And then what we can do is try and create a very simple icon. So you're just going to come and pick the Ellipse tool. we're going to draw a very simple icon, and we're going to have it in this color. We're going to pick this color, and we're going to type the A. We're going to type the A, and then you're going to maybe expand it, make it a bit larger. We're going to have it in small caps. You can select it and just come to type, and then you come to change case, and then you can give it a lowercase. So we come and right click on it. We're going to duplicate it. You can control copy and control V to paste. Then you need to drag these and just create outlines. So when you create outlines, it converts that shape into a very simple object. We need to drag these on top of that. And then you're going to create something like this. So you're going to have a very simple logo, something that you can use for your branding experience. So maybe you've interacted with Adobe Illustrator. There's a way you can create a shape from any object. What you do is that we're going to first duplicate this. You're going to select it. Selecting, you just need to drag your mouse like that, and then you're going to duplicate this. What you need to do is just drag these down here, and then you're going to select these. We're going to come and pick our shape builder tool. This is our shape builder tool. We're going to click on it, and then we're going to come and hold on Alt. We want to delete this part so that it becomes a shape by itself. So what you do, hold Alt, and then you need to click on that, and this now becomes a shape. So it's something very simple. We're just trying to create a very simple logo. You can create a very nice logo. Maybe you do quite a number of logo designs. You can work on whatever you want. So we're going to select these, and then you're going to group it, because as you can see, we have this inner circle, and it's also an object involved. So you're going to right click, and the shortcut for grouping is Control and G. You can always right click, and you can always group or ungroup. So currently it's grouped. We can ungroup it. You select it again, right click, and then you're going to say group. So after that, maybe you can come and just drag it to this part. So this is just an icon that you're going to be using all along. So you can take that and just have it in that kind of format. So we're going to come and look for our text. We're going to take this text, just move it in this kind of format, and then you're going to try and reduce the spacing between each letter. We come to our text tool around here. We reduce our spacing. We can reduce it to that extent, and then we can kind of like change how the font appears. We can change to that. We can try and work around it. Just try and work around it in whatever way, the way that it makes you comfortable. You can try and change the font. You can try and work around it again. Aristo. Sorry, Arista. Is it Arista? It's Arista, sorry. So we're going to click on that. We're going to work on that. We move it. So let's work with these. We're going to create outlines. Right click. You just need to right click and create outlines. This converts your shape into a very nice object. We come and paste it around here again, and when we paste it, we can just change its color. We can give it like this color, but we can try and work around, like we can change the color of one, like the letter E. We can change it that way, and then we can work around it. Just need to reduce the size, just make it smaller so that it appears nice. We just reduce the size again, and we can have it in this kind of format. And maybe when you're trying to do something easy, you can just try and like do something like this. So what you need to do now is we're going to save our logo. Anytime you want to save a logo, you can any file or any project you have on Adobe Illustrator, you just need to come and file, save as, and we're going to create a very simple folder on our desktop. So you need to move to our desktop. We're going to create a folder. So we're going to create a folder, Azure. And the moment, actually you don't have to create a folder, you can just go to our exercise files. We've already created a folder for you. You just need to click on branding a company, and then you're going to create a new folder. You're going to say Azure company logo, and as easy as that, you can just enter, and you can name your logo Azure company logo. So we're now done with working around the logo, and in the next class we're going to be showing you how to export a logo when you've done a very simple corporate logo and choosing a logo. So see you in the next class, and thank you.
Hello guys, welcome to the future. 1800 transitions in 70 visual styles, 3500 presets, over 50 looks, 100 movie LUTs, exclusive sounds. You'll have everything you need. Just drag and drop. Easy, ready. Especially for you, we have developed several revolutionary systems. No one else has this feature. You will no longer need to use several versions of one.
So welcome to the second class on trying to understand on how you're going to brand our company. So our company has a name of Azure, and just a clarification that maybe you want to make it clear for you. So the font is Arista and it's attached on your exercise files. You can download it and install it on your computer. So the next thing you're going to be trying to do is how we're going to be saving our logo. So we've done our logo already, and now we need to understand how we can save this logo. So at the moment for us, we kind of went with this logo. We just choose this. You don't have to be worried about anything. Maybe you're a pro and you've done quite a number of logos and you've created your own logo. You don't have no problem. You can still use any logo that you prefer. So we're going to be going with this logo because we kind of find the icon a bit attractive and makes it easy for us to work around. So what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be understanding on how you can save a logo. So the first thing we need to do, most of the things, and it's most favorable for you, you need to do something very easy. What you need to do is maybe you need to do away with what you've created. You can just drag it down here, and then you need to you come to this kind of tab around here. It's called the artboard tool. The artboard tool now defines what your working area, and we need to do away with this artboard. What you need to do is just delete it, as easy as that. And then we're going to be just doing some very simple things. What we're going to do is that we're going to make the logo in two ways, in two views. We're going to minimize it, and then we're going to duplicate it. Maybe we can duplicate. You can right click, and we can just right click, and we just need to group it so that it becomes one object. So what we need to do is that we need to drag it down here. Anytime you want to duplicate something, you just need to hold Alt on your keyboard or your Options tab key and just use your mouse to drag it down below. So when you've done that, you can see you've been able to duplicate your logo as easy as that. So we now need to ungroup the logo. You just need to right click and ungroup, or you can use a very simple shortcut, Control Shift and G to ungroup the logo. So currently we just need to hold Control Shift and G to ungroup the logo. So currently everything now becomes on its own tab, and you can easily move around it. So what you need to do is you remember you've ungrouped only one time, so you just need to do just one simple ungroup. So what you need to do is that we can just move it in that kind of format. The moment we can just kind of do away with this A and create a very nice unique experience, you can just try and drag this, move it around here, and now we're going to make sure kind of be working around, making sure that you're able to see the Z. So what we can do is something easy. We can have something we call a stroke. So we can just come and click on stroke. We need to select our color. We need to give it a color white, and at the same time, if you need to work around stroke, you need to come to your window. You need to locate stroke. You need to come and make sure that it's selected. You need to click on stroke, and it appears on this tab around here or anywhere on your computer. And this stroke allows you to select where you want on this part of align stroke. It allows you to select how you want your stroke in. So at the moment it's centered. On the other part it's inside, and the other part it's outside. So we need to click on this part on outside so that your stroke appears outside, because currently if you just try and do it in that kind of way, it appears inside, but we now need it outside. So you just need to click on that and it appears outside. We can reduce it, as easy as that. And now we're able to see that we've created a very simple company logo for our company. So what you need to do, we can just try and highlight the logo, just drag it out here so that we can work around it, and maybe just try and make sure that we get something very nice on our end. Maybe just to clarify that this is just a very simple thing. It's a very simple exercise that we're doing for you to understand on how you can work around on Photoshop. So it doesn't have to be exactly as ours, but maybe preferably you can have it in form of the way we've done our logo. So currently we have our logo in this kind of format. We have this. You don't have to make sure that it's in this format. You can try and drag it and work around, making sure that it's nicely done. So you just need to drag it on that point. We can just have it that way. Just bring it, make sure the A is on that kind of format. You can change the color. This doesn't have to worry you. You can come and change the color. We can change the color of that to that, and we can come again and just drag these to the top. And when you move it to that kind of way, you're able to understand that you have your logo. So what we need to do is we're thinking of trying to do away with these parts so that you can be able to see our Z and everything. So maybe what you need to do, we can come and try and like draw a very simple circle. You just need to drag it down here, and just as you've done that, you just need to just move it a bit. Just drag it slowly, make sure it doesn't touch the A, and just okay, we don't have to draw a circle at the moment. You just delete it. It's a way we are trying to use the shape builder tool. If you're conversant with that, you can do that. So what you can do is that we can do something like that, and what you're going to be doing is that you're going to use our curvature tool. You need to select our curvature tool, and you need to move it in that kind of way so that we can create a very nice and unique shape. So we move it this, sorry, come to click on this point and just drag it in this way, just simply as that. And as you can see, you've created such a shape. So we need to select this and this. You can hold shift or control, or you can select both of them, and then you need to come to our shape builder tool. We just need to click on it, and then holding alt, you can delete this layer, and you can delete this one too. So now you're left with your logo in that kind of format. So you can have it in even this kind of color. You can just put it in that kind of format, but for us, we kind of didn't want this, so we opted to use this kind of logo. So we opted to use this or this at the top around here. So this is a logo that you're going to be using most of the time. So you don't have to be worried about all this, because however much you can work around a logo, you can always change the color as you prefer, and you can have your logo very easily. So we have our logo like that. Anytime we change our color to white, so anyone can see it's Azure, or you can use it in this format. So we need to export our logo. The first thing you need to do, you need to come to File, and then you need to export, and then you need to say Export for Screens. The shortcut for that is Alt, Shift, and A. So we need to come to select the folder that we prefer our logo to be in. So we have our exercise files, branding a company. So we have Azure company logo, and then you're going to select that folder. So you're going to first export it in form of PDF. So we need to say Azure company logo. You can save it as you prefer, and you don't have to be worried about that. So we can also add any format that we prefer. We can have to change this to resolution, and we can have it in PNG. We can give it a resolution of 300 ppi. So now it's exporting your logo. We need to add another different scale. Perhaps we can give it now a resolution again, and we need to change this to JPEG. We can have it in JPEG 100, and now we're trying to export our logo. So you just need to export, and it automatically exports your logo in the three formats that you've selected, and it actually opens the folder. And as you can see, you can open your logo, and the moment you open your logo, you can easily see that it's a very nice logo. So as you can see, you have your very nice logo around here, and as you can see, it's a very simple vector file. So again, you can still come and around to your Illustrator, and you just need to save as again. You can save it in form of EPS, Illustrator EPS. It's a very simple vector file, and then you just need to save that. So your file is ready for use, and see you in the next class as we try to expound more on branding your company using Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. Thank you. So now that you've been able to create your poster up to this point, we need to understand that when you're trying to work on something, you always need to save it so that you can easily and conveniently work around your designs. So the first thing you need to do when you're trying to save a document, you need to come and File, Save As, and you're going to go to your Azure. So go to Nikon Add, you click on Nikon Add. So you can always create a folder if you prefer to, or you can also don't create a folder. So what to do so that you can have organized work, we're going to create a new folder. So we're going to say project, the Nikon, add project, as easy as that. And then we're going to give it a name, so we can have it Nikon add, we can give it poster project, and then we're going to save it in form of Adobe Illustrator file. So this is a file that you've now been able to create. It's a very nice file, actually, something that looks very nice. So you can also have different kind of formats for the same design. So what you need to do is that we need to create another extra file, so you don't have to go to all these kind of ways of creating a new file. What you can do is just come to the artboard tool. You just need to click on that, and then you need to come to this part on the top here. This allows you to create a new artboard with the same dimensions as to what you had created. You just need to click on that, and this automatically creates an extra artboard for you on that part. So maybe what you want to do now is you're going to select all these. So you can come and select all these, or at the same time you can do away with these, and you can just, okay, you don't have to do away with it for now. Maybe what you can do is try and like select these. Remember, we still had a background. This background, actually, this one is a background that we had locked. So when you've locked a background, maybe what you can do, you can always just go to object, and you need to click on unlock all, and this has another shortcut. It's Alt Control and 2, so you can hold Alt Control and 2 to unlock your background. So then what you do now is select all these, and then you need to come and like copy. You need to come to this part and you need to paste that, and as you can see, you need to make sure that it is in the dimensions of the artboard. So you need to drag it conveniently, easily, with no worries, and make sure it fits. So you can just make sure it directly fits into the artboard, and you can see you have something very nice as that. So what you're going to be doing is something very simple, just to make your design kind of look in a very impressive way. What you can do is just drag these and move it in that kind of format. So you have this, and so these are first way of designing the same design. So what you're going to have is we have it in this background. So we're going to do another artboard. We're going to come and click on that, and we're going to duplicate that. We're going to duplicate it into another artboard on this side. We're going to drag all this. We're going to copy it again. And a shortcut when you're trying to have all this information on your one place, you can always hold on Alt and drag on what you're trying to copy. So as you drag it, you can just have it to that. Okay, we need to do it again. We hold Alt and just drag it easily. So you can see you have what you need here. So you just need to come and make sure that it fits on the artboard and it falls directly onto the artboard. So what you're going to be doing is that you're going to be changing the color of the background. So what you need to do is we're going to use the colors, the corporate colors that we'd selected. We need to have this logo to this part. We just need to click on this background. We need to our eyedropper tool. The shortcut for this is I. So you can press on I on your keyboard, and this gives you that tool. You can select that color, and then you can come to this background again. You can just come and select it on it and click on, you can press the eyedropper tool so that you can select this red color, and then you can come to the text. The red and black kind of collide, so you can click on it again, and then you can come and give it a different color. You can double click on that. We're going to give it a nice shade of yellow, so it comes out very nice. And you can change these. You can just make it bolder, because most of the time the font is the most used. And then you need to double click on that, and you can give this a white color, so it's a bit distinctive from the others. You can just make sure that it fits in a very nice kind of way. So this is what you have. You can change these. You can have it in a white color, totally white color, something very easy as that. You can just drag it that way, and you can drag these, you can copy and just bring it to that part. And actually now you have your very simple fast poster design. So you can have these, you can transform them to make sure that they fit very nice. So we've done these projects so that you can easily understand how you can create very simple designs with something that is very simple, something that you can use for your branding purposes, and something that is convenient for you. So maybe what you want to do is export your files. So we're going to export in form of images. You're going to come to File, and you're going to click on Export, and then you're going to click on Export As. So what you need to make sure is you need to select that you want to export in form of JPEG. You need to select artboards, because if you don't select artboards, it automatically exports your whole project. So you need to click on artboards. It's Nikon poster project. You need to export that, and automatically gives you another tab. So for maybe if you're trying to use it on phone, you can just click on RGB. Make sure that the resolution is 300 ppi, pixels per inch, and then you need to click on OK. So it directly exports your artwork. So if you just try to navigate to your desktop, so you just go to our desktop, we're going to go to Nikon Ad project, and you can see now that you have your designs. So if you try and open like one of them, if you can open any of them, comes with a very nice and simple design. So if you just click on enter, this opens your design, something that is readable, something that you can share online, and something that looks good. So if you click on the next one, you can see you have a very nice, something that comes out very catchy, very nice, and something that you can always share online. So your poster has a simple information and the discrete information on the item and the call to action details. So this is the phone and the location of the business.
Hello guys, welcome to the future. 1800 transitions in 70 visual styles, 3500 presets, over 50 looks, 100 movie LUTs, exclusive sounds. You'll have everything you need. Just drag and drop, easy, ready. Especially for you, we have developed several revolutionary systems. No one else has this feature. You'll no longer need to use several versions of one.